Well, hi there, everybody. You're traveling with Jack, and like the apron always says, my heavenly wife, Pam. We're in the kitchen tonight for a rather fun dish that I've had several people request that I show how to make it. And it's going to be pretty quick and easy. We're going to have linguine and clams. How do we get this to put together? Well, first of all, I've already got some linguine noodles that are cooking right over here. You can't see those in the picture, but I've got some linguine noodles cooking, so you want to have that. Meantime, I've got a pan here that I've already put some hot olive oil in, or the olive oil is going to be hot. Next, we're going to add some garlic, some nice crushed garlic. We've talked about this before. You can buy store-bought crushed garlic like I do that's organic, or if you prefer, you can, of course, crush your own. We're going to put in probably about, a good tablespoon and a half of garlic is going to be our base. Now, this clams linguine is going to have a little twist on it in that we're also going to have some mushrooms in it as well. And we'll get to those in just a minute. First of all, though, I'm watching my noodles over here. I need to give them a little stir. If we had two cameras, you could see me stirring the noodles, but it's nothing exciting to see. And those are organic linguine noodles that I was able to find at the store. Okay, and there's our garlic already starting to sizzle up just a little bit. Next, we're going to add some mushrooms to start with, okay? So here's our mushrooms. And I'm probably going to add a little bit more olive oil. That's why I opened up the cabinet there, covered up the lens on you, didn't I? So, because we need just a little more. Very nice. Next, I'm going to add just a little bit of salt and pepper to our mushrooms. Fresh ground sea salt. And just some plain old black pepper. There we go. And this smells really nice, as you can well imagine. Just a little oil with some garlic. And these are cremini mushrooms. These are organic cremini mushrooms. You could do white mushrooms, but I think creminis are just a little bit better. So get those going. Need to keep giving my noodles a stir over here. The noodles that you can't see. Now, I want to show you the clams that we have. We've got some beautiful white clams, Newport. These came from Newport Beach, Oregon, and they are just beautiful. They're only going to take 3 or 4 minutes to cook. So there's our mushrooms. So we're basically going to have clams and mushrooms tossed with our pasta. Give our pasta another stir over here. It's cooking really well for us. Okay, next up, I'm going to add a little bit of chicken broth. This is some low sodium organic chicken broth. And that's going to give us a nice sauce that we're going to have there. Alrighty. Now, obviously, because the chicken broth was cold, it's going to take it a minute now to get back hot. And as soon as this gets hot, you let those mushrooms cook just a little bit more. Let me check on our noodles here. Okay, you want to see the noodles. There they are. Okay. Now I gotta get them back on the heat. And if you're wondering, on linguine noodles, I cook them about 7 or 8 minutes. Just a little past al dente. Now, some people like al dente. Not me. All right, there we go. Looks like our... nice. This is getting warm again. You can see our mushrooms cooking there in our broth with our garlic and a little bit of oil. Okay, this is so simple, I'm telling you guys. Now, we've got our clams here. We're going to put our clams now in with our mushrooms and our chicken broth. Okay, this is really pretty simple. Just spooning those in. See there? Some of them have already started to open up a little bit. But what these are going to do is they're going to take in all that flavor from the garlic and the mushrooms. There we go. That's a cooking now. Key now, you got to put a lid on. So you want to be sure and use a pan. You can put a lid on. And we will let those just steam up about 3 or 4 minutes. Meanwhile, checking on my noodles again. And my lovely wife, Pam, she was the noodle queen when it came to knowing if they were done or not. Me, I never could. I'd start cooking, I'd say, would you try this? Tell me it's done. So there, I've got a noodle. We'll test it and see if it's done. And it's not. No, not done. So let's review. This was so darn simple. We're going to throw it all together. We'll show you what it looks like after we toss it together, okay? But basically, it's just less than 5 ingredients. Just find some good quality clams, though, okay? Be careful with your clams. You want to be sure they cook nicely. How do we know when they're done? Well, that's going to be when the shell's fully open on all of these, and then the pieces of clam will just fall right out, okay? But all we had was some olive oil, some chicken broth, some salt, some pepper, some mushrooms, and the garlic, of course. I think I already talked about that, and the clams and the linguini noodles. That is it. This is incredibly easy. So, these are still steaming up nicely. As soon as the noodles are done, we will then put it all together. So we're going to click off, then we'll come back with the second half of this, so stand by. Hey, we're back. Our noodles are done. I've already drained them and got them ready. Our clams are all puffed up and popped open now. They're done. Oh, it smells delicious. Put that right over there. Now, 2 or 3 ways you could do this. If you just wanted the clams, some people would take this and the stock that's in there, and you would have that. That would be your meal, just a bowl of clams. For me, we're going to throw the pasta in with the clams. Okay, let's see what we're doing there. And it's going to take in all those great flavors of the sauce that we made. This is such a simple dish. We're tossing it around with our clams. Now, I could have just placed the clams on the pasta, but there it is. And next, what I like to do is we're going to add some red pepper flakes. And then this is going to be ready to serve. It's absolutely beautiful. Put it up there. How's that look? Huh? Clams and linguini. We did that in less than 10 minutes. Simple, easy, and it is delicious. And we're going to have a beautiful Chardonnay with it as well. It'll complement the dish beautifully. So that's it. Hope you guys learned something. I hope you try this. I hope you like it. Until we see you next time, be sure and tell your friends, tell your neighbors, subscribe to our channel, and also check out my podcast, The Jack Church Show, available on all the major platforms. You can download and listen to that. But for your cooking videos and travel videos, this is the place to come for those. Have a great day, and as I always say, make it a better tomorrow. Bye now.